How you holding up?
Well, I couldn't sit still in the waiting room, and Dr. Sloan told me that I couldn't sit in during Abby's procedure. Didn't think that was a good idea, so here I am.
Well, he's probably right. You're a nervous wreck.
Well, of course I'm a nervous wreck, you know. She's in there getting an operation, trying to get her hearing restored, and there's no guarantee that it's going to work. I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell at you.
All right. Hey, listen, come here. I know how it is to want to help somebody, all right? But you know what? Abby is getting worked on by some great doctors. She's got a specialist in there, one of the top specialists, okay? When she comes back in that door, she's going to want her husband, not another doctor, all right? She's going to want to see you. And whether this procedure works or not, her life is really going to change in a big way.
You're a good boy, Dan, but you're stirring up trouble by rousting my people. It's not good for business.
Lord, I'm just trying to find out who ordered the hit on my mother.
All the other families denied doing it, right?
They did.
So all of a sudden, the word of your friends is no good. You know, your family and mine go back an awful long way, kid.
Look, I'm not saying that you had anything to do with this, but my life has been on the hold since this whole thing started. I can't even be anywhere near my wife until I get to the bottom of this.
Things like this have to be handled a certain way, see? Quietly and with respect. The people I spoke to aren't getting either one from you.
Well, look, I gotta find out if my family's attorney, Ben Warren, contacted your family or any other family. I need to know if he's working with anyone else.
I told you, I checked with my family and with all the others. No one we do business with is involved. But if you think this Ben Warren was behind the hit, he must be in bed with other people, outsiders. My advice to you, Danny, send these people a warning. Make the lawyer disappear. Your troubles will be over.
Hey, remember how nervous I was when I went to get that laser surgery on my eyes in Los Angeles?
Yeah, of course I remember you were scared.
I know, I was a nervous wreck. And the doctors gave me this big speech about how the surgery might not work. But you know what? I wanted to see so badly that I convinced myself the surgery would work, and it did.
Well, you know what? Dr. Sloan gave Abby and me the same speech. He even told Abby that she needed to see a psychiatrist. For all the changes that we're both going to go through once we're home again. I mean, that's why I'm so nervous, Michelle, because we have so much work ahead of us, and I want to do a good job. And I just want to keep her hopes up, because that's going to help her heal, and so much of this depends on her state of mind.
And this is Abby that we're talking about, and she's
wife.
strong, you know?
She's strong.
She's going to help you through this. She is. That's why you guys have such a great marriage, because you always work together on everything.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, sis. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good. Shall we
Come to my office.
Okay. What would you like to talk about? We have smart web moves. We have hot summer looks.
Let's talk about your husband.
Can we pick another topic?
Let's explore this one, okay? What's going on?
Okay. Danny has decided that he's ready to move away from the family and their business and start a life with me.
And what do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think?
Well, you don't seem too convinced that Andy could put his past behind him.
Well, you know, he says that he can do it, so I believe him.
You do?
Yeah.
Michelle, I love you. You know that, right? And I promise you that I will not interfere. But I want to know what's going on.
I want you to write it on paper that you're not going to interfere. I'm serious.
Yes.
I really promise me.
I will not interfere, I promise you. So,
Promise.
just tell me what's going on.
Someone tried to kill Carmen.
What?
There was a shooting at her house, and she was out, but Bill and Pilar were there. Nobody got hurt. I mean, don't worry about it. Nobody got hurt, but it's just that, you know, Danny's there now. But he's just going to stay until he figures
Michelle,
out...
I don't care. I want you to stay away from this man. I don't care if he's your husband or not.
Well, it won't be that difficult. Danny's refusing to let me anywhere near him.
That's good.
No, it's not. He needs me.
I need you. I need you to be safe.
Rick, you said you weren't going to judge me.
Michelle, bullets are flying. All bets are off, okay? You need to know how I feel about this. Stay away from that man.
I understand that you're worried. I do. But you need to understand how I feel, okay?
Such a teenager.
Rick, try to understand, okay? I'm really worried about Danny. I don't want anything to happen to him. I care about him. I'm scared. I don't know how far Carmen's going to go to keep him in this house.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when Danny and I walked into that house, Carmen and Ben Warren were already there. And I keep replaying it in my mind, and I keep going over it. And the more that I do that, the more convinced I am that Carmen set this thing up. I really think that she set this whole thing up, that she did this to keep Danny in the family and to keep him away from me.
Danny, I respect your devotion to your mother and to your family, so I'm going to help you. I'm going to find out who Ben Warren is working for on the condition that you ease off on the other families. It's bad for business. It draws unnecessary attention from the civilians, you understand? Just take care of the man and let's be done with it. That way we can all get back to doing business. You can get back to that beautiful bride of yours.
Okay. That's all I want, Bernard.
Good. Very good. Your father will be very proud of the way you're handling this.
We'll talk, okay? Thank you.
It doesn't make any sense. Carmen would never put Pilar's life in danger. You know, I mean, unless she didn't know that they were going to be there, which she wouldn't because Bill and Pilar snuck in the house, which means that Carmen still got exactly what she wanted because Danny and Pilar are still in the house. They've forgotten the kind of woman that their mother is. Oh, and she's telling everybody that this shooting has been her wake-up call, and now she's going to make the business legitimate. I can't believe this. I have to figure out a way to prove that she set this up. I mean, I have to figure...
Michelle, you cannot be serious. This is ridiculous.
I am completely serious, Rick. What else am I supposed to do? I can't tell Danny what I'm thinking because he won't even hear it.
If what you're telling me is true, this woman almost killed her own daughter. These are not the people you want over for a Christmas party.
I can't let her ruin Danny's life, Rick. I love him. And I know he loves me. And I know that if he stays in that house, Carmen is not going to let him out. She's going to see to it that he doesn't go away and that we can't start a life together. And I don't want that. I can't let that happen, Rick. I can't. Dr. Brown?
Yes.
Your wife is out of surgery. Yes.
Santos, we were just kind of...
I know what you were doing, Bill. Pilar, I don't know what to say.
Why don't you guys take off? Okay, well, sorry we interrupted you. We've got some business we need to
We'll go
discuss.
get something to eat.
How could you let that boy manhandle your sister like that?
Oh, she's a big girl. Besides, it's nice to see somebody in the house happy.
Yes, it is. It is nice, you're right. And that's all I want, is for the both of you to be happy.
Well, that's not going to happen until we get this shooting resolved. So what did Ben say to you at the towers?
He just said that he wanted there to be no hard feelings because he was leaving us, and that Pilar and I and Michelle have nothing to worry about.
You mentioned Michelle?
Yes, more than once. I couldn't believe how cocky he was. Whatever you said to him earlier didn't faze him at all. I doubt that Ben would have acted so brazenly if he didn't have someone to help him.
Who? Come on, I've turned this entire area upside down and come up with nothing.
Well, maybe he was paid off in New York by someone we don't even know.
Yeah. So Bernard said. I'm going to call some people I know there, see if they heard anything.
You can't go in there. I'm there. Carmen, I want to talk to you.